If you're an electrical contractor using Jobber or Housecall Pro, there's a good chance you have $50,000 or more sitting in your account right now. Not in your bank account, in your quotes. I'm talking about estimates that went quiet. Homeowners who said not right now to a panel upgrade. An EV charger quote where one spouse wasn't on board yet. A kitchen reno that got delayed. These aren't people who said no, they said not yet. And nobody ever circled back. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how much is probably sitting there, walk you through the math, and then show you what it actually looks like to go get it. Let me show you the math on this. I'm going to pull up a spreadsheet and we can build the numbers together. Most electrical contractors with 10 to 20 employees are sending somewhere between 200 and 500 estimates a year. If you're a busy shop, you might be higher, but let's start conservative. Let's say 200. Now, the typical close rate for residential electrical work is somewhere between 40 to 60%. Again, let's be conservative and let's say you're closing 50%. That means 100 estimates per year are going unsold. Not because the homeowner said, I'm never doing this, because the timing wasn't right, the price felt high in the moment, they got busy, whatever. Now, let's multiply that by 3 years of being in business. 300 homeowners who said not right now and never heard from you again. They're sitting in your Jobber account right now with the status estimate sent, just sitting there. Here's where it gets interesting. When you reach back out to people the right way, not a mass email blast, but a structured, sequenced outreach, about 10 to 15% will respond. That's 30 to 45 people. Of those, 20 to 30% will book. That's 6 to 14 jobs. At an average ticket of $2,500, including a mix of service calls and projects, that's $15,000 to $35,000 from one round of outreach, from leads you already paid for. And that's using conservative numbers on just 3 years of data. If you've been in business longer, or your ticket size is higher on panel upgrades and EV chargers, that number goes up fast. But here's the thing, that money doesn't show up on its own. So why does this happen? Why are there hundreds of open estimates just sitting in your system? It's not because you're bad at sales, it's because of how electrical contracting businesses actually work. Your office person, if you even have one, is chasing the hottest fires. Phones ringing, scheduling, invoicing, customer complaints, following up on an estimate from 6 months ago, that's never the most urgent thing on the list. The electrician who ran the service call and gave the quote, they're already on the next job. They're not expected to sell, they're expected to do the work. And yeah, Jobber has follow-up features, Housecall Pro has follow-up features, but they require someone to actually set them up, configure the filters, write the messages, and maintain the sequences. And nobody has time to do that. It's important, but it's never urgent, so it doesn't happen. And here's the big one. After 6 months, everyone in your shop just assumes that the homeowner went with another electrician without ever checking, without ever picking up the phone. Most contractors are in the same boat. You just have so much going on. The demand is there, the work keeps coming, and old quotes become invisible. But that doesn't mean the money isn't still sitting there. Step 1 is pulling the data out of your system. In Jobber, you go to Reports, export your quotes, and you get a spreadsheet that looks something like this. Every row is a quote you sent. Client name, date, job type, amount, status, and you'll see a lot of these are sitting at sent, or changes requested, or follow-up needed, and they've been there for months, some of them years. This is your gold mine. This is the $50,000 I'm talking about. Step 2 is segmenting. You don't send the same message to someone whose quote went cold 90 days ago as you do to someone from 2 years ago. The conversation is completely different. For the 90-day group, it's a simple check-in. Hey, you got a quote from us a few months back for a panel upgrade. Just wanted to see if that's still on your radar. Casual, low pressure. For the 12-month group, you lead with value. Maybe material prices have changed. Maybe there's a rebate they don't know about. You're giving them a reason to re-engage. For the 2+ year group, it's a soft reintroduction. Hey, we quoted some work for you a while back. We're still in the area. I wanted to see if there's anything electrical you've been meaning to get done. Each segment gets a different message, a different tone, and a different sequence. And here is where it all comes together. This is the actual automation I built to run these campaigns. It pulls in the segmented data, routes each contact to the right message sequence based on how long they've been cold, and then sends outreach in a structured sequence. Not one blast, a series of touches over a few weeks. The first touch goes out. If there's no response, a follow-up will go out a few days later with a slightly different angle, then a third. Each one is written to feel like a real person checking in and not a marketing email. And when someone responds and says, yeah, I've actually been meaning to get that done, it flags the conversation so your team knows to follow up and book the appointment. Your office person doesn't have to chase anything. They just get a notification that says, this homeowner is ready to talk. That's the difference between sending one email and hoping for the best and running a system that actually works for your database. So that's how database reactivation looks like for an electrical contractor. Instead of paying for more Google ads at $80 to $180 a lead, you're going back to homeowners who already know your name, already got a quote, and already let you into their house. And you're doing it systematically instead of hoping your office person gets around to it. Now, if you want to do this for yourself, everything I just walked through is something you can build. I'm actually going to be releasing a full workflow for this soon that you can plug straight into your own system. So if you're the type of person who likes to get their hands dirty, subscribe and keep an eye out for that. But if you're thinking, I don't have time to set this up, I just want the appointments, that's what I do. I'll pull the data from your Jobber account, segment it, write the scripts, run the campaign, and hand you booked appointments. You can book a free scope call with me at the link in the description. We'll look at your actual database and tell you what's realistically sitting there. No pressure, just the math. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments. Tell me, what's the most frustrating part of running your business on a day-to-day? I read every comment, and honestly, I might just build something to fix it. I'll see you in the next one.